What's going on, riders? Cody from Motorcycle MD. Today I'm doing a video on another carb sync, and this will be for a twin carb. You can do the same type of adjustment for any VT1100, any twin carb VT750 like this one behind me. It's a 05. But twin carb, obviously you can't do a carb sync on a single carb, so I really wanted to get a twin carb, twin cylinder, V-twin carb sync video so you can reference it. I know I already did the 4-cylinder, but I wanted to actually show what it looks like when you do it on a V-twin. So, I've already cleaned these carbs. I know that they're perfect and it runs great. But I have no idea where the carb sync is at right now. It could be way off. Probably not, but it's close enough to run good. Now, obviously I had the seat off, I had the tank off, okay? That's how you have to gain access from the top to adjust, as well as having the airbox off because you have to get to the port that allows us to tap in. Now, Phillips head screw, these things are always stuck in there, okay? Unless you take them out regularly, they will be stuck in there. Impact driver works great if you have the right bit for it, but if you do not, or don't have an impact driver, obviously you're stuck with your Phillips head screwdriver. This is a JIS style screwdriver. So even though this is just the phenomenal screwdriver, best ever, it still is hard to get these off, okay? You have to give it some kind of love so that the threads can break, or that corrosion can get interrupted inside the threads and allow it to come out. So just a couple taps, like that, should break it loose, just like that. So here's this one on the right side for the right carb, front cylinder. Okay, there should be a washer right behind it. Don't lose that. It's a crush washer to help seal it. And the other side is completely hidden behind this cover here. Okay, Allen head, it is a 5mm Allen. Break all 4 of these loose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's holding the choke on, no problem at all. You can actually take all these covers off, believe it or not. This was a brilliant design from Honda to help keep the engine cool. So, pull the spark plug out, take the cover off. You now have access to the actual head. You can put the spark plug right back in, and what do you know? There it is. So, same thing on this side, Phillips head screwdriver. Give it a couple love taps. Put pressure inward, kind of give it a little rocking motion, and then boom, it should break loose. No problem. Alright, so I went ahead and installed my adapters here. Okay, these have little O-rings on them that help seal it up. We don't want it to leak any vacuum through there and lean out the mixture and cause a headache. So I just tighten them up until they're about finger tight. All I want to do is just crush that O-ring slightly. Okay, not a lot of pressure at all. You don't want to over tighten them. Same on the other side. I will be using my tried and true mercury gauge set that I love. It's my baby. So more importantly, where the heck do you do your adjustment at? Super simple. Honda made it so convenient on the 750s and made a little hole right down the frame. Okay, that hole goes straight through the frame so you can contact that screw right down in there. Okay, Phillips head screwdriver. You don't need any special tools. You do have to remove the tank, obviously, but you don't need any special tools to get to that, and it's fantastic. Super convenient. Way to go, Honda. Alright, so make sure that when you make your adjustment, you're not leaving the Phillips head screwdriver down in the hole on top of the adjuster, okay? Because any pressure or weight on that system or on that adjustment will change your readings, okay? So make sure that when you do your adjustment, you make your adjustment either left or right, and you back it back off, okay? I will show you guys exactly what I mean when we get this thing rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and connect my vacuum lines 1 and 2. I'm going to put them side by side, and we will see where this thing is at and see what kind of adjustment we need to make. Cool thing is this bike does not have a vacuum operated fuel valve. It has a fuel pump. So all we need to do is just bottle feed this fuel into the pump so it can pump the carbs up, and we'll get rolling. I don't need a lot of fuel. I'm just going to kind of feed it as I go. Make sure you're in a ventilated area. You don't want to asphyxiate yourself in your own bathroom, so don't do that. The starter button's a little finicky. Alright. So there are our readings. They are off, and this one actually has some air bubbles in it. So in order to correct that, I'm going to have to pull this tube up, drain all the mercury out of it, and go right back down again. Let's see where it's at. Those air bubbles can screw you up. Starter button's junk. Alright, so that's where we're at. Hopefully the lighting is not screwing you up. But this left carb is down in the 20 range. This is up in the 24 range. So let's make an adjustment and see how it works. Let's go to the left. There we go. See how that idle picked up a little bit? Awesome. Fuel pump starboard is starting to click at me. So look at that now. They're even, very, very even. I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to snap the throttle back once or twice. That kind of helps seat that plate a little bit more. We'll start it right back up again. And they're still pretty much spot on. If I wanted to, I could dial it in even more. Let's see how close we can get it. I mean, that's perfect. I mean, you don't need, I don't need to dance around with that to get those perfectly in line. What Honda wants is them within a parameter, and this is way beyond the parameter. So that is running great. The idle picked up a little bit, so all I need to do is just lower it down a little bit. And that's it, man. Super easy concept. Again, I already did this on the inline 4. I just want to show you how simple it was on the V-twins. I can go ahead and button all this stuff back up. That carb sync is done for another 16,000, 24,000 miles. That's usually when I recheck them again. I think it's so cool how simple it is to do on these bikes. I hope you guys enjoyed that technique, as well as maybe a little bit of insight of where and when to do your carb sync on your bike. As you might have heard, I hope you heard, the idle increased, no problem. Sometimes it even decreases when you make that adjustment, no problem. Make sure you adjust the idle after you're done to bring it right back to that spec, that sweet sounding idle, and that's all you got to do. Those carbs are perfect now. I can go ahead and reinstall everything and be good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you learned down below. Comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. Like, share, subscribe as always as well. And before you go, make sure that you grab your free copy of the troubleshooting cheat sheet. Subscribe to the email mailing list. That will provide that to your email account. You should get it right there. If you don't, shoot me an email. I'll make sure I send that copy out to you. Also, thank you guys so much for your encouraging comments and your emails that I get from all my subscribers. You guys are awesome. I mean, it's a blessing to be able to help you guys out. So it's encouraging to me when I can encourage somebody else or build confidence in someone to do their own maintenance. That's what it's all about. As always, this is Cody from Motorcycle MD, giving you guys quality tips and tricks for your next build or your daily rider. Make sure you ride safe out there, guys. See you next time.